then it literally is just quality and consistency.
Girl, you make it look easy. All these other bitches, they just can't please me. Ooh, and I love it when you tease me.
It's all good.
We're in a spot with him. I'm trying to get food. It's a while, man. Chicken and waffles and sushi. Facebook ad?
For sure.
It's like, whoa. Really?
For sure.
Getting the burger, bro.
The easiest move. For sure.
So we started this. Simon actually put together this like 3-part documentary. And we're rolling out like 1 episode a week. They're like 3 to 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But I think we're just gonna keep posting like remixes, covers, and then kind of just like day in the life shit. But I think we're really trying to build that like subscriber base. Like, what's your?
Honestly, it's 2 pieces, right? It's like it's quality and consistency. That's it. It's like if you feel inspired enough to be able to do like a song a week, then do it. Even if it's a cover, even if it's just like you in your bedroom, like doing it, put it out, and then try to be as real with your audience at scale as possible. Right? Like that's literally this. Is like I want people to see me for everything that I am, because then they connect. And then obviously you're credible with like what you do, like your music's real, right? Between those two, that's when you start to build a connection. But if you're just dropping like straight music videos, it's like, all right, that's cool, but like, who is this guy? Yeah, he worked with Wiz, cool, but like, I don't know anything about him. The documentary, that's sick. That's a move.
Yeah.
So if you can keep putting that out, even if it's like not like professional level, don't do vlog, like don't do that. But like high quality, consistent. That's like the 2 keys. And it's something that a lot of people struggle with because it's not that fun. It's like, oh, you mean that you just want me to shoot videos and post them? You mean that you don't have the next like hack for 100,000 followers? Like everyone wants that like quick hit. It's like no. You gotta put out like I've been doing this shit for 2 years on Instagram. Like that's where I'm there. Like that's the only reason why I'm here. So it's just all day, every day. You know?
Guys, does anyone else want anything to drink? Or you okay with waters now?
Be more than just like, oh, I'm trying to be famous. That's like what connects. And now you have the platform. If you're trying to scale, Facebook ads for sure. Easy.
Like, what's your budget?
What's your budget?
What's our budget?
Right? Like, literally.
Yeah.
I don't know how what
when
the
you were just
integration
going,
is like. I mean, I didn't do anything through Facebook ads, like, because it wasn't as big back then.
Yeah.
I mean, right now, you could probably get like 1,000 video views for like sub $10, which isn't bad. I don't know about the YouTube Facebook integration. If you could subscribe as your call to action, game over, right? And then that's a rinse and repeat, super scalable. I know a lot of musicians that are like, yo, like, can you shout me out? Can you get influencers to shout me out and try to get like traction that way? I'm like, bro, if you're gonna pay $100 for a shout out, go get like 15,000 subs on YouTube with that money if you push it that way. The other thing is YouTube ads. Similar artists who have similar sounds run the ad on their stuff. I mean, I haven't been in the music space like that, but these are things that I've seen work, you know? Because you guys are what? How many views do you have on the Wiz video?
75.
Did you shout it?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Then your credibility is there. So now you just have to expand on it. How many of those converted into subs?
Like 1,000 subs?
How many did you start with before the video drop?
We had
0.
That's not bad. I mean, not the best percentage, not the worst.
Yeah.
How much other content was on that YouTube channel? Just other songs.
It was like 2 videos.
That's all.
Yeah.
Alright, I got it. That's all. Then it literally is just quality and consistency.
Yeah, so
For real. And then push everyone to Spotify after that. Yeah. YouTube's an interesting space.
yeah, I've been trying to find out what. I feel like everyone has like one social media that they blow up on,
Yeah.
and then that grows everything else.
Even I struggle trying to get people to YouTube from Instagram. Conversion rates are low. They're really low, and that's why I'm doing this, where it's going to be. I'm just going to put it out. for you guys, the music video stuff is a little more important. I think the behind the scenes stuff is big.
YouTube is very music-oriented.
Right, exactly. So I'll tell you the hack to get on all the suggested stuff. The first piece is you have to get the song to be like, what the fuck? People, when they see your thumbnail and everything, they have to be like, what the fuck? Because then they'll click on it. And then the trick is you have to get them to watch 70 to 75% of that video. If you get there, Instagram will clue in and start putting you on all the suggested for what the people that are seeing it, so you can spread. That's when you go viral. That's how all these like YouTubers, all the vloggers, that's like the clickbait stuff. That's literally all it is. They get to 75% of your video watched, and you'll start to get on that Explorer. And then you start to build out that net, and that's where you have to put a lot of content out, because what you want to happen is somebody watching your content, and on the side, you know how it gives suggested stuff? It needs to be all your videos, because then they end up watching you for 3 hours, loyal. Loyal. Like, guaranteed. So just, you gotta put it out. And a good mix between the music and like, who you are, that's the key. For sure. Yeah.
Don't just put cover videos on YouTube. Do like one cover a week and then one video fucking around a week.
Yeah, just like talking like this, like that's the people care about this kind of stuff because it's like it seems mundane,
But it's more personal.
yeah,
It's
people
better
get
connection.
caught up. Why do you think shows like fucking Big Brother are like the most popular shows in the world? You're just living in a house. There's a little drama, but they're just living in a house, and that's what people they just want to see like a little bit more of an exciting version of their life.
Yeah.
That's literally all it is. That's why I'm not out here like flashing the boats and stuff. Like I'm just like, no, I'm just chilling. And entrepreneurs that follow me love that because like I'm doing a little better than
You're
them.
relatable.
Real shit.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Trust is the biggest thing that you need, and it's only built on two things: credibility and relatability. If you show you're a good musician, you have that. That's what I said earlier. You did a song with Wiz. That's credible. Now you have to be relatable. After that, trust is there. And when they trust you, they're loyal, they follow, they commit. They'll shout out your stuff, right? Like, and that's when it starts to go. You know? But you gotta put something out for them to connect with. You know? And even if it's a viral, like whatever, your cover song, like whatever. Those are easy for you, I'm sure. You can pound them out, like do 4 of them tonight and just schedule them out.
Like in Facebook ads.
Facebook ads is a move. Video, so here's what's gonna happen. Right now is literally the gold rush of Facebook ads. Like, you, maybe 18 months. Maybe 18 months before all the big brands, Coca-Cola,
Everyone hops on.
yeah, because they're spending millions of dollars on TV ads, but they know that the attention is on social media. They're just not agile enough to make that move right now because a lot of those guys have multi-year contracts with people, but when those contracts are up in the next 18 to 36 months, that's millions of dollars of budget that's going to be pushed into Facebook ads, into Instagram, into all those things, and then your 1,000 video views that would cost you $8 right now cost you $40 because you're competing against Pepsi for that same ad spot. And they're like, I'll spend $40. Right? I spent $300 million on that Super Bowl commercial. Like $8, $40, doesn't matter. You know what I mean? So it's like, if you're going to try to make it with that, I'd pull trigger now.
Something for the doc. The doc is like shows like really real
And
side.
especially if it's going to be a multi-part series, show the first one and be like, yo, subscribe for next week's. Make that first one really, really catchy. With some sort of title. Don't go clickbait, but like, be real with it. Like, say something interesting.
The first one's all about how he learned how to play the steel pan. And Scott is a pan teacher from Trinidad.
Yeah.
And
That's it.
then the second
Just
one,
like literally title it from like steel pan to like Wiz. People will be like, what the fuck? Like what? They'll click on it, you get 75%, and it'll start to go. You'll see it. You push it a little with Facebook ads. Facebook's beautiful. It's real, like that's the easiest platform to go viral on.
What do you mean by 75% again?
So if someone watches 75% of your video, if the majority of people watch 75%, YouTube's algorithm picks that up.
Yeah.
So it'll go into suggest.
Yeah.
It's like the explore page.
Yeah.
That's basically what it is. Something that I've seen, that I've wanted to see musicians do, is feature people like me in their songs. Untapped. Like, can you imagine if you go and you hit up some model who's not a musician, and you put her in your song? She has 500,000 Instagram followers. Dude, she'll do one for free, because she's never been asked that before. And two, she'll definitely put it out to all of her followers. Definitely. Untapped. And everyone's too scared to do it. Even if it's like the YouTube video. If it's a fucking cover. Even if they're just in the background doing something stupid, that they'll push it. You'll be easy money. Easy money. Like, did the girl in the Wiz video shout it out? She didn't even sing. She was just there. Literally. It's just seeing it like that opportunity in other pieces. You know? It's like you have to give someone. We talked about it today at the office. Like, life, it's gonna get deep, but like, life is about two pieces, right? Giving and receiving. Not giving and taking, giving and receiving. But if you can give someone value and be open to receiving it back, they're gonna get publicity, right? It's not like you have 3 followers. Like, oh, I'll put you in this video. And they'll be like, oh, cool, like, I'm with it. And then they'll do the same. And don't even ask them to do it, but just put it out there. They'll do it. Because if you ask them, they'll be like, oh, that's why. Just be like, yo, I've been following you for a while. I like the direction your brand is going. I feel like your audience would really like this song to get to know you better. What's your favorite song? Let's do it. Let's do a cover. Done. Let them guide it. Let the audience guide it. That's what I have Johnny doing with the growth stuff.
Yeah.
Whenever I have him, whatever the targets are that he's using, anytime someone follows him, I have him reach out and say, hey, like, what type of music do you want? Who should I collab with? And on a scalable way to do that is like, do more polls. Be like, hey, you want me to go in a more like pop direction? Or do like the question thing, who should I collab with? Because people, just from them giving you 3 seconds of their time, which you feel is like them giving to you, is you're giving them a say. They will stay loyal forever. Because they feel like they're a part of it. You run the poll for 24 hours, and at the end you put a little Instagram story, be like, hey, thank you so much for your impact, it means a lot. Like, it's gonna help shape my career, it's gonna help push me in whatever direction. Easy money.
Ooh, and I love it when you tease me. Yeah. Every time you give me that feeling, I can never tell if I'm dreaming.